If you want to remember something, you just write it down. It's a basic premise behind memorials. That's why you'll see a collection of quotes etched in stone across the Anne Frank Human Rights Memorial right in the heart of Boise. The message those quotes send seem to have opposition. We've reported people have tried to deface the memorial multiple times over the years, but overwhelming support reinforces the monument's purpose time and time again. And now, students in the Boise State Games Interactive Media and Mobile program want to make sure that message is even stronger. And they're doing it with augmented reality. Here's Andrew Bartline.
It feels quiet at the Anne Frank Memorial, but Alan Tucker figures
That's what I take out of this.
that's part of the point.
Coming here, sitting next to the waterfall, thinking about the city, thinking about your life, all those things.
To think about the messages etched in stone, to think about what more could be said.
I'm really inspired by making technology that can change lives, help people understand different concepts, things like that.
Oh, wow. Things
And there's also some people you could talk to.
like this. Augmented reality, interacting directly with the Anne Frank Memorial.
It might be so easy to think about, oh, this happened in history, right? It doesn't happen today. So we decided to take augmented reality and make it to where it's so close to you that you can almost touch it.
If we go to the hill, we might be able to see the scene better.
It's focused around the spiral of injustice.
It goes through language, avoidance, discrimination, violence, and elimination. And we go through those as chapters in our app.
Avoidance.
We teach you about how people don't really do anything. They're like, it doesn't affect me.
That's the choice between bystander and upstander.
Before this project, I didn't realize how
Drew Pepley is a programmer.
obviously repeating this injustice is just happening throughout our daily society.
Repeats here as well. This memorial's been defaced many times.
It has, and I think that's saddening to me that people think that that is the right response.
The Boise State GIM program sets their projects around purpose because on the front lines of technology,
Of course, our phones recognize our emotions now,
Director
right?
Anthony Ellertson knows how this
Ignored that.
can be used
We
for
have a
good
table,
or for bad.
We can take that technology and instead of creating wedges between people, push them together, make them understand that we're all neighbors.
It's a tall task.
Well, what they think of this propaganda.
One the GIM
And-
program could have avoided altogether.
And what we want to do is for people to be upstanders.
But bystanding just isn't written in their code.
I want people to come here, sit by the waterfall, think about what it means, think about technology and what it's doing to our communities, but then realize what this community has. It's not all digital. It's here. We have this beautiful place in Boise, and you can be here and you can live it, and it's one of the most beautiful things.
And your guys' project supplements that.
Yep, it's just another piece to it.
The project is funded through the Department of Homeland Security, and the program director told me directly vandalism against this monument played a strong role in their decision to form a project around the space. And this is an educational tool. You heard little bits of it in the story, teaching people about propaganda. That's just the starting point. Then moving on to avoidance, we talked about that as well, and showing how these dominoes continue to fall in succession, resulting in what ultimately led to the Holocaust in Nazi Germany. So long story short, Brian, this is making the memorial interactive. You go there on site, you put up like a phone or a tablet, and it kind of superimposes and changes your view of what you're seeing.
I didn't quite understand it until I saw the story, kind of how they were going to do it, but
Yeah.
now it all makes sense. And like you said, just adds another layer, because you can get a lot from just going there and reading that and being there in that space, but now that just adds more to it.
Hoping it attracts a younger crowd a little bit more too.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Andrew.